All right. Oh yeah, the tailpiece. I turn that lock off. Okay. Pretty sure that's it. Turn the autofocus off. Got a new phone, so not all the old software works with the new phone, and I'm trying to deal with all that. And this was a lock that was swapped, traded, whatever. Chicago chapter of TOOOL got their hands on this, and I tried to pick it a little bit at a club meeting, and I couldn't get anywhere, and I felt like there were some gin spools in there, kind of picked like that. But as it turns out, I figured out there was a sidebar in there, and after a little more investigation, I found that it was a like an Assa Twin 6000 sidebar. So this little sleeper lock next to all their, master locks, and their, pretty typical, maybe a couple of American 1100s, was this Assa Twin 6000. It was nuts. So anyway, there it's open, all that good stuff. La 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 la. Victory lap there. This was a nasty one. So I did take it apart before trying to pick it, to clean the guts and whatnot. Obviously, it's seen better days. There's no key that I know of. They think somebody at the club thinks that maybe there was a key, but they're not sure. That said, I can't even guarantee 100% that I actually reassembled this correctly. Because with no key, it's if anything happens, it's hard to know for sure. Like, did I put the sidebar in upside down? I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so here's there's a spring. I'm gonna have to here's the gin spool, key pin, and master wafer. This is mastered, at least the top stack is. Gin spool, super thin master wafer. Master, the big thick master wafer, and key pin. Springling. Let's move this a little out so we can see what's. Okay, gin spool. Key pin, master wafer. Springling. I'll tell you what, this lock put up a fight. I'm glad I finally got it, but I've been struggling with this for a good couple hours, and this is not my first attempt. Little tiny master wafer there. Oops. Whoa, almost lost it. Springling. Fortunately, I have spare springlings. Because you know how I do, losing those. Alright, there's our gin spool. Oh, there's our other gin spool, and whoop, the master wafer for this guy. Gin spool. Master wafer for This guy. Come on. Just stick a pick in there. Can't even tell where I'm going. All right, okay, that was this one, and this one. All right, let's get the back off. Since I don't have a key, I don't have a really great way to gut this, but I'm sure, as you all know, who have seen Assa Twin 6000s gutted, when it's just the sidebar, you can slide it out the front. Here's a little tailpiece there. Now watch out, because your little side pins are going to want to eject. I already replaced one of them. Okay. Remember to put your thumb out as you pull that out, right where the side pins go. Whoa! Sidebar ejected. Ah, good. I still have both springs. Put that in a little sidebar part of the tray, of my self-designed tray with little sidebar spots. Let's take a look at that before we move on. So the bitting, of course, is on the sidebar. In this case, that was set in. One was, now, hey, look, okay. One was a little lift. Two was a little tiny nudge. Three, kind of in the middle. Four was up there. And then five, definitely had to move that guy, but not very far. But it definitely binds, and it has to be lifted, just like number two. Although in the order things go in, number two has to just sort of be a little tapped. I think this spring is from another lock. All right, let's see what's in here. Your standard Assa Twin 6000 side pins. I can't tell if that's in focus. Aging, hooray. Little spring. So mostly what I did in terms of just sort of lock maintenance when I got my hands on this, they let me borrow it and take it home. Once I realized there were gin spools in there, I said, I'm probably not going to get this picked during a club meeting, but yeah, let me take it home. And I mostly just sprayed Houdini in there and tried to clean it out, wiped it down a bit as I could. Nothing too extensive. It still seems to work okay for the most part. It's not the best, you know, it's old. Replaced a spring or two. Nothing super fancy. You can probably see the counter milling there. The gin spool type counter milling. We're on three, three doesn't really seem to have anything on it. I forget if that's typical. Oh, I'll tell you what, I felt like it was there when I was picking it. So I definitely felt the spool even if it didn't have the counter milling. Let's get a little close-up of all these pins. Again, we have the, let's put this in there too. Gin spools in all 6 chambers. It was mastered, but you encounter the gin spool before anything else. what I tried to do was preset, I think, 3 of these, so I wouldn't have to pick them out of their position after I started setting the sidebar. We've got this sidebar where the sidebar bitting is. If you're familiar with these this style of Assa Twins, and of course these very nasty sidebar pins with the false gates that stick very hard to those little webs in the sidebar that control the bitting. Not my first Assa Twin 6K with gin spools, but again, a very challenging and devious lock. Lots of awesome security features, and I'd like to thank the Chicago chapter of TOOOL for letting me borrow that and pick at it. So there it is.